Today I'm going to be reading It's a Butterfly's Life by Irene Kelly. What is a butterfly's life? Full of twists and turns. Butterflies and moths are insects in the Lepidoptera order. There are about 17,500 different types of butterflies and 160,000 types of moths in the world. Butterflies and moths are a lot alike, but they are not exactly the same. Butterflies are out and about during the day. They have thin bodies without much hair and skinny antennae with knobs on the ends. Most moths come out during the night. They have plump, furry bodies and slim or feathery antennae without knobs on the ends. Butterflies have three main body parts: the head, thorax, and abdomen. They have 6 legs, but only use 4 of them for walking. The feet are important because that's where the butterfly's taste buds are. You may not be able to taste a cupcake by standing on it, but a butterfly can. Can you guys see any text features that we've been working on in class? I do. A butterfly doesn't have teeth. Instead, it eats by using its proboscis, which is a tongue that works like a straw. Most butterflies feed on nectar from flowers, but some, like rotting fruit, and tree sap. As a butterfly drinks from a flower, pollen sticks to its body. When it visits another flower, the pollen falls off, and presto, the plant is pollinated. Butterflies fly by rippling their wings up and down slowly and gliding on the currents just like birds. They can fly long distances this way. If a butterfly is cold, its muscles won't work and it can't fly. To warm up, butterflies bask in the sun. Their wings soak up the sun's rays like solar panels. A butterfly has 4 beautiful wings. Each wing has shimmering scales that overlap like shingles on a roof. You should never touch a butterfly's wings because the tiny scales will scatter like powder. That could injure the butterfly. Some butterflies migrate huge distances. The monarch wins the prize for the longest migration of all. Every fall, millions of monarchs fly all the way from the Midwestern United States to central Mexico. For some, that's a 3,000-mile trip. Migrating monarchs may fly up to 80 miles in just one day. They stop briefly to rest for feed on nectar. A butterfly's most important job is to mate and lay eggs. The male swoops and dives, showing off his colorful wings, in hopes of catching the eye of a female. He spreads around a special scent that the female likes. The female picks up on the scent with her antennae. If the male's wings are the shape and pattern the female is looking for, she will mate with him. Sometimes the male claims an area as his home. He will chase away any other males that come into his territory, but he always welcomes the female. Most butterflies only live for a short time, so they must mate and lay eggs quickly. They join together at the tip of their abdomens facing in opposite directions. They might stay together this way for only an hour or up to a day. If they're disturbed, they can fly away still attached, with one of them flying backwards. When the mating is over, the male flies away. The female gets right to work. She flutters around, tasting plants with her feet. For many species, only one type of plant will do. Eventually, she finds the perfect one for her caterpillars to feed on as soon as they hatch. From a few days to several weeks after the eggs are laid, it is ready to hatch. The caterpillar comes through the egg shell with its sharp jaws. The caterpillar crawls out of the egg and makes the shell its first meal. A caterpillar is a leaf-eating machine. Just 2 weeks after hatching, monarch caterpillars are 2,700 times their original weight. If a newborn baby gained weight this fast, it would weigh 8 tons in 14 days. That's as big as 2 full-grown rhinoceros. Caterpillar droppings are called frass. The frass of a small caterpillar is the size of the period at the end of this sentence, but the frass of a full-grown caterpillar can be as big as an apple seed. When many caterpillars are eating together in a tree, their falling frass sounds like rain when it hits the ground. As a caterpillar gets bigger, it outgrows its skin and sheds it. This is called molting. Now the caterpillar has a new skin to grow into. A caterpillar will molt 4 or 5 times before it is full grown. Caterpillars move slowly, making them easy targets for predators. They need good camouflage or a scary appearance to survive. Some caterpillars of the meadowlark and hair streak butterflies can call for help when they are being attacked. They make a vibrating sound. This noise is their way of yelling for help. Guess what comes to their rescue? Ants. The ants chase away the hungry predators, and the caterpillars reward them by giving off a sweet juice they call honeydew. How can a slowpoke caterpillar turn into a fluttering butterfly? This change is called metamorphosis. When a caterpillar is ready, it makes silky threads that it uses to attach itself to a branch or leaf. Then the caterpillar skin splits, revealing the pupa or chrysalis. Like a shield, the outside of the chrysalis protects the caterpillar inside as it changes into a butterfly. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar's body breaks down. A butterfly's head, body, and wings take shape. Each type of caterpillar has its own special chrysalis. Some are camouflaged to look like bird droppings, leaves, or twigs. A few look like sparkling jewels. Just before the butterfly is ready to come out, the chrysalis becomes see-through. Then the chrysalis cracks and the insect swallows air to plump up. The new butterfly pushes out with its legs. The wings are squished together. Before it can fly, it must uncrinkle them. The insect hangs upside down and unfurls the wings, and its veins fill with fluid. More than an hour later, the wings have hardened. The butterfly flutters its wings a few times and flies away in search of a mate. The brimstone butterfly is well hidden when it is resting in a tree. When the hoary comma butterfly closes its wings, the butterfly is camouflaged. But when it is disturbed, its wings open, startling any predator with a burst of color. Some butterflies have gigantic spots on their wings that look like eyes. These false eyes fool hungry predators into thinking that the butterfly is much bigger and fiercer than it is really. The leaf pattern on this butterfly's wings helps the insect hide. Bats and birds love to eat butterflies and moths, but people are a bigger threat. When forests are destroyed for logging or for making way for buildings, butterfly and moth habitats are also destroyed. Water pollution and air pollution are also dangerous to butterflies. Many species have disappeared forever, while others are seriously endangered. The Queen Alexandra's birdwing is endangered because its rainforest home is being destroyed. It is the biggest butterfly in the world with a wingspan of 1 foot. That's as big as a cardinal's wingspan. The giant butterfly lives in Papua New Guinea. Want to see butterflies up close? If you plant their favorite flowers, they will stop by for a sip. Here are a few plants that lots of butterflies and caterpillars like. You can plant a garden in your yard or in a pot. Find a sunny place so your visitors can enjoy a sun bath. And don't forget a muddy spot for puddling. Amazing but true. Most chrysalises are still and silent, making them fast food for many predators. But some can hiss, others squeak and shake to frighten their enemies. Caterpillars have several thousand muscles, while you and I have about 500. Caterpillars have 12 very simple eyes, but they can't see very well out of any of them. I hope you enjoyed today's reading of It's a Butterfly's Life by Irene Kelly. Bye.